Hello Twin Peaks, welcome to a lesson on order of operations. It's also known as PEMDAS. Okay, now for multiplication, division, and subtract, they're actually in the same level as multiplication, division, and subtract. They're in the same level. Okay, so let me explain that when we get to it. All right, now you always want to make sure the first thing you want to do, you always want to do whatever's inside a parenthesis or a bracket or an absolute value first. Okay, you can do that first, and then what comes second is exponents. What comes third is multiplication or division. Multiplication does not come first before division. It's actually they're in the same level. Multiplication or division. So which one comes first? Whatever's on the left side. Okay, same thing with add or subtract. They're in the same level. Now, when you see add or subtract and there's multiple numbers, make sure you actually want to collect all the negatives and all the positive. Okay, that's what you want to do. All right, you actually don't want to do add or subtract first, and when we get there, I'll explain that also. All right, let's go and do number one. Okay, so what I see a division. I see a multiplication, even though there's no sign here, I know that's multiply. And I also see a subtraction and a parentheses, okay? So we can do parentheses first, all right? So I'm gonna do this one first, 4 minus 6. I'm just going to go ahead and rewrite everything, and I'm gonna do one step at a time. So when you do these problems, you expect to have a lot of steps, okay? Now I'm done with the parentheses because there's nothing else I can do inside of parentheses, okay? So what I have now, I have a division and a multiplication. All right, now again, a lot of people think you multiply first, which is untrue. Okay, you actually have to divide first because it's on the left side. So again, they're the same level, whatever's on the left side. So on the left side is divide first and then multiplication. So I'm gonna divide this part first. 10 divided by 20 is 2. So again, this part here turns into 2. Okay, now I have is multiply times -2. Okay, now I'm just gonna multiply, that gives me -4. All right, let's go and do number two. Number two, I don't see a parenthesis, but I do see an exponent. I see a subtraction, I see multiplication and subtraction. So let's go and do that exponent first. So 3 minus 10 times 2 minus this part right here gives me 16. Now I have a subtraction, a multiplication, and a subtraction. Multiply first. All right, now when you get here, like I said, you don't want to do left to right actually, okay? You actually want to collect positive and negative, all right? Your subtraction is a negative. So what I see instead, I see -20 or subtract 20, and I see -16 or you lose 16 or minus 16, whatever. You want to put that together first. So you want to circle, and trust me, things will be easier that way, all right? That gives me -36. This guy's a +3. All right, then you want to think, did you lose more? Did you win more? Of course, I lost more by 33, okay? Again, when you get to that part, you actually want to make sure you collect all the negatives, collect all the positive. Your life will be a lot easier, okay? All right, number 3. I see 2 sets of parentheses, and each one of them has 2 operations. So in this first parenthesis, I'm going to divide first, all right? So -12 divided by 4 gives you -3. So this turns to -3. I have a +2 there. And this one I'm going to multiply first. A lot of students always like to subtract first. You want to make sure you multiply first, okay? So that gives me 10. All right, make sure, that's why there's orders. That's why it's called order of operation. So you have to make sure you go in order. If you go out of order, the answer is wrong, okay? So you have to make sure you multiply first before you subtract, okay? Now, in this parenthesis, I'm just going to go ahead and do -3 plus 2. That gives me -1. This one gives me -4. And now I have multiplication. Even though there's no sign there, that means multiply. All right, that would give me 4. All right, number 3. Number 3, I see parenthesis and exponent. So let's go and do the parenthesis first. That gives me 3. All right, again, I just did that. Now I'm gonna do the exponent, that gives me 9. Make sure it's not 6, it's actually 3 times 3. Remember that, please, it's to the second power. So it's not 3 times 2, it's 3 times 3, okay? Divide by 3. You want to put a parenthesis here, you can. I'm just going to do that. 9 divided by 3 gives me 3. 3 minus 3 gives me 0. One more time, 9 divided by 3 is 3. And I subtract 3 gives me 0. All right, number 12. Number 12, I have a bracket and a parenthesis. So make sure you do the bracket because the bracket has a parenthesis in there, okay? So I'm going to go and do that right now. And inside this bracket, I'm going to do 4 plus 32, which is going to give me 36. All right, inside this bracket, there's no more parentheses because this parenthesis has nothing to do in there. It's just a number 36. So I'm gonna multiply first. That gives me 72. All right, now inside this bracket, I have minus. So 12 minus 3 minus that will give me negative 69. Oop, bracket. All right, parenthesis bracket doesn't matter. Now this is there's nothing to do, so you can actually release the bracket and you realize that it's a double negative. All right, remember, make sure you do a double negative like this, okay? That will give me, let's see here, 81. Oop. It's just 12 plus 69 now, 81. All right, number 6. Number 6, I have a division right there. Okay, you're actually gonna do that one last. All right, so on the top part here, I'm gonna multiply first. So that'll give me 5 minus, that gives me 8. On the bottom part, I'm gonna divide first. So that'll give me 8 divided by 2 gives me 4. Again, this gives me 4 times 4. 4 times 4. All right, now what I have is a 5 minus 3, which gives me negative 3. And a 4 times 4 gives me 16. And you can't do anything there, you could just leave it as a fraction. If you could divide, you're supposed to divide. All right, that is it. If you have any questions, make sure to email me. Thank you.